Good afternoon. It's 1 o'clock now, so cloudy London. I hope it's nicer. Well, I'm Corina Fries. I'm the Assistant Registrar International at Mill Hill School. Mill Hill School is a wonderful boarding school in North London, and I'm in charge of all the admissions for inter students. We have boarders from all over the world. And well, to give you a little bit insight into a Mill Hill School, I will show you a short presentation and a short video. So I hope you enjoy it, and hopefully there will be time for questions at the end. So, as I said, my name is Corina Fries, and I'm the Assistant Registrar International. So the location is, I'm just going to check, I hear some noise, I hope everything is okay. So we call it London in the countryside, because even though the school is in London, it's a beautiful green and safe part of London. It's about 30 to 40 minutes from central London. And I'm just going to stop sharing because I hear noise and I'm not sure what it is. Yeah, is it okay?
Yes.
Sorry?
Everything is okay. It's the message.
Okay. All right. And so what? Yeah, sorry, because it sounded as if someone was trying to tell me something. So is it fine?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay. All right. I do apologize. I will go back to it. All right.
No problem.
Okay. Okay. So there we were. So yes, it's a 30 to 40 minutes from central London and Heathrow. So if you look at the picture, that's the main school building of Mill Hill School. It's a beautiful campus, and it's a nice combination of well, traditional and modern. So we have some new school buildings and some traditional. I'll give you some key facts. It's Mill Hill School is for boys and girls, so co-ed from the age of 13 to 18. It has a long history. It was founded over 200 years ago in 1807. And so the pupils, we have currently 850 pupils in total. 745 are currently day pupils from around, so from North London, around Mill Hill area. And currently we have 105 pupils that are boarding pupils from the UK and worldwide. Our total boarding community is 195 boarders. The other boarders that are not at Mill Hill School are at Mill Hill International, which is the small addition to Mill Hill School for pupils that need some extra support with English. So the nationality mix of Mill Hill School is about 85% British and 15% international, whereas the nationality mix in the boarding houses is reversed. So we do have some British boarders, but 85% is international. It's a Well, it's a wonderful atmosphere of plenty of probably over 30 different nationalities, and it really becomes kind of home from home for our international boarders. These are the entry points for international pupils. So the youngest boarders we have are 13, so they would be joining year 9. Then for age 14 or 15, it's also an entry point, which would in the British education system would be year 10. So year 10 and year 11 is what we call GCSE. Then another entry point would be at age 16 or 17. Then that would be year 12 and 13 is what's A-levels in the UK. The facilities where we have, it's a very big campus, so 120 acres or about 50 hectares of land for teaching, sports, and for the boarding facilities. We've got our own medical center, we've got modern science labs, a theater, library, a well-being center for pupils. We've got strong support for English as an additional language. We've also got a new sixth form center, a nice arts department, and design and technology with 3D printers and a laser cutter. Well, sports is very important at Mill Hill School. So there's swimming, we've got an indoor pool. We've got a large sports hall for basketball, badminton, gymnastics, netball, and hockey as well. 6 tennis courts, then obviously plenty of more than one football field. We have our own golf academy. Then rugby is very big as well. As you probably know, in the UK, a new hockey astroturf field, athletics, cricket. We've got 2 gyms and volleyball fields. Music is also very important at Mill Hill School, where with music and sport, both of it is not a must, but I think it helps with the integration. So if anyone that wants to join an orchestra or band can do that at any level, or pupils can take one-to-one music lessons. In terms of the boarding houses, so we have 5 different boarding houses. All the boarding houses have live-in house masters. Maximum 3 pupils per room, and the single rooms are reserved for the year 13, so for the last year at school, and showers are shared, usually 3 to 4 for one shower, and all the houses have beautiful large gardens and common rooms as well. In terms of university destinations, so all our leavers go on to university. About 60% go to Russell Group universities, and every year we have about 3 to 6 pupils that go to either Oxford or Cambridge University. Very popular universities are King's College London, UCL, Bristol, Manchester, Nottingham, Imperial, and LSE as well. So in terms of the entry requirements for international applicants, so different English levels at different entry points. So for year 9 and year 10, so applicants need to be at least B1 or strong B1 for year 10. And then a good B2 for year 12. So the assessment would be an English assessment and a maths exam and also an interview. And then for year 12, also exams in the chosen A-level subjects. So currently our boarding fees, including tuition, accommodation and all meals, are just over £35,000 per year. We also have a summer school, so all the facilities that you've just seen, we use in the summer for our own summer school. And so a 2-week course between the 5th of July or the end of August, any of those 2 weeks would be £2,600. We also have a new spring course, so that's in April. And that's well, that's me winning High School of the Year award at the Eurasia workshop in Istanbul a couple of years ago. And I will also show you, I think we do have time, I will show you a video which will bring the school to life a bit more. Okay, just come back. Okay. Okay, I'm just going to, before I play it, I'll have a quick look at some of the questions, so we can do maybe a few now. So if a student transfers from a Turkish high school in grade 10, can they start A-level or GCSE? I believe it depends a bit on the age. So for A-levels, pupils have to be at least 16. And so sometimes, so at Mill Hill International, which I mentioned, at Mill Hill International, we also offer a 1-year GCSE course, which is year 11. So sometimes that's the most suitable program, like a pre-A-level program. So it's really a kind of, I can only really tell once pupils have been assessed. With the presentation, yes, I can send the presentation. Yes, I'm happy to do that. I believe I will be provided with email addresses. And okay, so one more. So is it close to Clark's? Okay. I don't know if Mill Hill School is close to Clark's Shoe Factory, because I don't know where it is. But there's certainly lots of Clark's shoe shops in London. Okay, so I'm happy to answer more questions. I'll just send you. I'll just show you the presentation. Okay. Yes, I will send you the presentation. Okay. Share screen.
Corina, sound is too low. Sound is too low.
Okay. Yeah, I can't put it up anymore. Don't know why.
Yes, we cannot hear.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Well, it's more important the picture. So shall I continue or shall we stop it?
I mean, it's low, but we can hear sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, just enjoy the pictures because it's more important than what they say.
All right.
This is the, do you hear when I talk? Because then I can give a commentary.
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes. So this used to be the library, and that's now computer science. This is the chapel. All students have to join chapel once a week, but it's for all faiths and it's very inclusive. This is the music department. So this is drama. The arts department. This is design and technology. Our 3D printers. This is humanities and social sciences. And so the lady that is talking, she's the head of the school, Mrs. Sanchez. So this is the science department. So this is just for, the older pupils for year 12 and 13 for the A-levels. This is one of the boarding houses, or it was the library. Okay. So, oh, sorry. Oh, sorry about that. So it was continuing. All right. So, so I believe I'll have a look at the questions now. So the first one is, do the students need a legal custodian? Yes, all boarders need a guardian that should really live near the school or within 1 hour or so. So it can be a friend, a relative, or there are plenty of guardian companies as well. What are the rules of clothing? So there's a school uniform for year 9, year 10 and year 11. And then for A levels, it's smart, but pupils' own suit, well, it has to be smart. So for girls, it can be a skirt or trousers as well. What do children do in their spare time? Well, Monday to Friday is very busy with school life. So there's a school until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And then it's a couple of hours of free time where they can go to what we call the Broadway. So that's our local high street. And so depending on the age and if parents allow, so they can go to this local shopping street. Then there's well, preparation or homework time at weekends. And also then, so Monday to Friday in the evenings, there's a lot of sports as well for boarders. So they can go to the gym, use the swimming pool. Then sometimes there's football or basketball or volleyball. And then at weekends, Saturday morning, is an activity program for boarders, which could be, it's different activities, not school related, either library or some other activities. And then from a lunchtime, it's usually free time. So pupils can go into central London as long as parents allow it. And so we also offer some trips, could also be to other cities, or could be like a cinema trip, or yeah, so some different activities at weekends. So let me have another look. Spare time. The virus measures. Okay, coronavirus. So luckily, from September, we have been able to offer teaching in the classroom for the whole time. It's very strict in terms of the bubbles. So the year groups are in bubbles. The boarding houses are in bubbles. And so we had some teachers or students that had to self-isolate. So now all the teachers are very well trained to teach what we call blended teaching. So it's in the classroom with the camera on. So anyone at home can join the lessons as well. So yeah, luckily, I mean, fingers crossed, but we are very optimistic that that we don't have to close the school for teaching at all. So far, also the UK government, the policy seems to be to close everything but the schools. So let me have another look. And also, I should mention before. Boarders always had to go home in half term or holidays. So since Corona now, we always keep at least one boarding house open so that students can stay. how many Turkish students you have this year. So we currently, we have at the moment 4 or 5 Turkish students in different year groups. So there's 2 in year 10 and 1 in year 11 and 2 that just joined now for A levels. Sports and so on. So what sports we offer? What available? Well, a lot of different sports. So I mean, for boys, the main sports are rugby, football, hockey, and cricket. If anyone doesn't want to join any of these main sports, they can also opt for basketball. Or golf, yes, and yes, those I think there's probably something else that I've forgotten. Main sports for girls is netball, hockey, and tennis. How is the corona? Well, I mean, I think, so again, to corona pandemic, well, currently, I mean, we're currently in lockdown. As you can see, I'm working from home, even though, as I said, the school is open, but so some of the staff is at home. Well, numbers are, so have been fairly stable, but obviously now we are all hoping for the vaccine. Well, we are very I mean, this year, despite the pandemic, all my new boarders all arrived, apart from a few. So, I mean, in a way, boarding life is very safe. As you know, as they're all in bubbles and don't have too much contact with the outside world. What exams pupils have to take in Turkey? So we have our own entrance exam. So we always assess pupils' English. Then there's a maths exam. And so for A levels, there would also be so exams in, for example, maths or sciences, if that's what pupils want to choose for their A level subjects. Okay, so I understand that someone I know very well, Güle, she said that her son he was with us for 4 years and he enjoyed it, and I knew him very well, and he and I understand that he's just joined university and is doing very well, and that's very nice to hear. All right, so if a student transfers from Turkey, oh, I think I had this before. Yeah, so I think that the question from which year they go to which year, it's, I think, I'm not 100% familiar with the Turkish schooling system. So I think to join year 10 at 14 or 15 works very well. Otherwise, I think this pre-A level, 1 year pre-A level at Mill International is a good preparation for A levels. Oh yeah, these ones, okay, I'm going from bottom. Okay, I'm going to check for some more questions. Okay. Oh, okay, so am I a teacher? No, I'm not a teacher. I used to be a teacher. I used to teach English. No, I'm responsible for so for all the admissions for international pupils. So I would so let's say if one of you or your children would apply, I would look after their application process from registration to hopefully the offer, and then the preparation for them to join to join us. Which school facilities can students use? Students can use all the facilities. So all the sports, all the boarding. Then, as I said, we have our own medical center. So if a student is ill, they can go to the medical center at any time. There's always a nurse and a doctor twice a week. And the nearest hospital is about 15 minutes from the school. So are all the students boarders, or are there some day? The majority actually is day students. So we have, as I said at the beginning, we have currently 850 pupils, out of which about 750 are day students, so mainly British students from the area. And we have 100, and so we have a total number of boarders is 195. So Mill Hill School and Mill Hill International, we share the boarding spaces. So more day students than boarders. So which universities can students apply at? So once leaving Mill Hill School, which universities can pupils join? Pupils can join any of the prestigious British universities, including Oxford and Cambridge, and Imperial, or St Andrews, LSE, Imperial, provided that they do very well. And every year, I think this year we had 6 pupils joining either Oxford or Cambridge. So obviously that requires 3 A stars, or now the system has changed, but between a 7 and 7, 8 or 9. So if students work very hard and do very well. Okay. Do you have legal education? No, we don't offer law as an A-level subjects, but we do have pupils go on to do law degrees, so that's possible. We do have so facilities for like learning support or students with ADHD. We do have a learning support department, so so that would be assessed case by case. I can always refer inquiries to the head of learning support. Yes, we have educational agencies in Turkey. So, well, one organizing this seminar. So I'm sure they will give you more contact about that. So what does the summer school include? So the summer school, we have 2 different programs. One is an academic program, so that would be English in the morning and then maths and sciences in the afternoon. The other program is English plus sports. So the next question is it possible 1-year A-level program? No, that's not possible. It's always a 2-year program. And I think that's it for now. So, well, thank you for all your interesting questions. So one more popping up. How do you assign roommates? That's actually a very good question, and that's quite a challenge. So we have well, 5 boarding houses. 2 of them, so 1 girls only, 1 boys only, and 3 are mixed. So the girls only house, so for any new joiners that are girls for year 9 and year 10 usually join the girls only house. Then with the roommates, so there would be with another girl, or the same for boys, with the same year group and different nationality. So we always try to have different nationalities in one room. And then for the mixed houses, obviously it's separate wings or floors for boys and girls. And then so the triple, usually we have some triple rooms that would be for year 9s. Year 10 and 11 and year 12 is usually a twin room. And then for year 13, a single room. And so in roommates, I mean, if let's say they don't get on at all, we can look at changing them. But so from what I hear, it's great communities in the boarding houses. The house masters we have are super nice, and they kind of really bring this and very caring. So they get to know the boarders very well, and they're also the main contact between boarding pupils and parents. So is the campus in the city centre? No, it's in North London, and it's about 30 to 40 minutes from central London. It's a beautiful area and very green, very safe in North London. Can I contact anyone? Yeah, so let me just check. I have been told how to put, no. So maybe I'm not sure how to do that, but I'm trying. I could.
You can.
Yeah.
You can put in the chat box so everybody can.
Okay. 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 I'm just putting now my. So yeah. So this is my email address. So I'm very happy for you to email me. I can send you the presentation and more information. Okay, let me just go back to the questions. I'm getting, okay, for more info. Yes, okay, yeah, so my email address. I think there's another question about accommodation. So just to kind of briefly give, so we have the boarding houses are all a part of the, well, the kind of campus, if you like. So they're about 3 to 5 minutes walking distance to the school buildings. One area I haven't touched on at all yet, which I think is usually important for parents, our beautiful dining hall. And yeah, I'm sorry I didn't have any pictures of it. We have a beautiful dining hall. All the staff, I usually eat there as well. Staff and pupils eat there. We have a fantastic chef. There's a variety of vegetarian dishes, vegetarian meat, and a very big salad bar as well. So I think I know that British boarding schools don't have a very good reputation for food, but I think our food is very good. And so I think, any more questions? Okay, I think I think we've probably used most of the time. Well, thank you very much for listening. I enjoyed, unfortunately, I can't see you, but I hope you found it interesting. And in terms of application deadlines, so there's no deadline for any of the year groups. I accept applications usually between, well, beginning of, so from now even until April or May, June, provided we still have boarding availability. Okay, I think, all right, one more last question. Furnishers, everyone has a bed, a desk, and a wardrobe. Really nice, bright rooms. So, Borja, shall we? Shall we come to an end? What do you think?
Corina, we have one last question.
Okay, is there a transfer service from the airport? Yes, I mean, usually airport transfers are organized by the guardians, but so we do have a taxi company that we use and where all the drivers are checked. So pupils can use this taxi service as well. Have I covered everything?
Yes, I think so. There were many, but you
yes.
covered all.
Good.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. So,
is there anything you would like to add?
No, I think that's all. Well, I hope that we might have some interest for next September or in the future.
Yes. Thank you very much for your presentation and all information you provided.
Okay. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you much for listening, and goodbye from me from London. Have a good afternoon or evening, better.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Take care. Bye.